Hello students, today I am going to discuss with you the chapter photosynthesis and respiration, the second part. Okay, so which is I am going to cover the how does photosynthesis occur, the factors affecting photosynthesis. Okay, and then the next topic that I am going to cover today is the end products and the significance of photosynthesis. Okay, so first is the how does photosynthesis occur. As in our first video we have already seen how stomata helps in photosynthesis. Okay, then how chloroplasts are there, the chlorophyll pigment which trap the solar energy. We have all seen those things. So what happens is that first the role played by the chlorophyll pigment. Okay, chlorophyll, they absorb the solar energy, they trap it, and they convert it into chemical energy, that is in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It's an energy molecule, okay, which is utilized for the purpose of photosynthesis, means to make the food. What happens that immediately after the energy is absorbed, okay, then the water splits. Okay, in the chloroplast there are disc shaped structures called thylakoids where the water splits. Okay, H2O splits into hydrogen and oxygen separately. The oxygen which is released as a result of splitting of the water, okay, that's released out by the plant because that is no more used. So that's why we say that as a result of photosynthesis plants produce oxygen. So oxygen from hydroxyl, which is really means that H2O that breaks down, from which the H plus and oxygen that released out. Now this hydrogen ion which combine with the carbon dioxide to form glucose. So if you break H2O, okay, if you see this like simple very, so H2O, it is there, it is broken down into H plus and O2. Okay, H plus and O2. Now what happens is that this O2 which is going to release out, okay, and hydrogen which is produced here, okay, this hydrogen is going to bind with the CO2, carbon dioxide, and ultimately it is going to produce glucose, C6H12O6. okay, carbon dioxide is also absorbed by the plant cell, understood? So this is how the hydrogen is also utilized to make the glucose, and oxygen which is released, that is going to release out of the plant cell in the environment. Okay, so this is how these two elements which are actually released by the splitting of water is utilized in photosynthesis. Now what happens is that water is also there, carbon dioxide and water both are important for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide which is absorbed, water which is absorbed by the roots, okay, and it reaches to the leaves by the xylem tissues. Okay, carbon dioxide is absorbed by the through the stomata, if you remember, okay, and root absorb water, then water through xylem reach to the leaves. Okay, carbon dioxide is there, water gets splits, hydrogen is produced which is combined with the carbon dioxide, release glucose, produce glucose. Okay, so now, and then once the food is produced, that is called glucose in the plant cell, then that food is distributed to all parts of the plant, okay, through phloem tissue. So phloem helps in translocation. Translocation means distribution of food, okay, through phloem to all parts of the plant parts. Okay, so now remember one thing, the food which is produced, it is actually the glucose. Now but glucose, remember, it is insoluble in water, that is why the glucose needs to be converted into sucrose. So the food transported, or you can say translocated, in the form of sucrose, because sucrose is water soluble. And remember, food is only translocated or transported once it gets dissolved in the water. Through water only food can transport, because solid particle which cannot transport through the plant cell, right, it needs to be dissolved in the water. That's why through water the food needs to be transported. Glucose is insoluble in water, That is why it cannot it cannot be transported. That is why glucose is converted into sucrose, which is water soluble. Now it is transported to all parts of the plant body. And now once what happens is that whatever amount of glucose is consumed, okay, the remaining part, because all the amount of glucose is not utilized at once, right? That's the rest of the part of the glucose is converted into starch, which is a polysaccharide. Okay, starch that combines many glucose together, and then the starch is getting stored in the plant cell. So three forms of carbohydrate we have seen. First, glucose, which is produced the food, it is formed into sucrose for distribution, and then it is stored in the form of starch. So very important point to be remembered. Next is the factors affecting photosynthesis. What are the factors that impact the photosynthesis? As you know that temperature does matter. 35 degree to 40 degree Celsius temperature, which is very important for photosynthesis. It is the optimum temperature, 35 to 40 degree Celsius, okay, which is required by the plant for the photosynthesis to take place at its best. Now remember, less than 35 degree Celsius, okay, it influences the photosynthesis. It doesn't take place at its highest peak. Again, if the temperature is more than 40 degree, 35 to 40 I said, more than 40 degree, then what happens? Slowly the rate of photosynthesis reduces, and the time comes when 43 to 45 degrees Celsius is the temperature crossed, okay, then the photosynthesis stops. So this is something very important information for you, okay, that higher temperature, it prevents the photosynthesis to take place. Okay, so this temperature you have to keep in mind, which is also very important factor that influence or impact, you can say, photosynthesis. So you can say on an average 35 to 40, which is best optimum temperature for photosynthesis. More than 40 degrees Celsius, you can say that photosynthesis starts reducing, and then 43 to 45 it stops. So the global warming that is happening, as we all are aware about this, so you can understand this global warming can lead to plants to make food. It can lead to the plants to stop making food, and which is which can lead to a disastrous result, right? Because all the living organisms directly depends or indirectly depends on the plants for the food. If plants fail to produce food, how can you survive? So temperature is a huge factor. Okay. Now carbon dioxide also needs to be there, okay, for photosynthesis. Water, which is also required. Now remember, too much light beyond a certain limit destroys chlorophyll, and the process of photosynthesis is adversely affected. Too much light is also not good. It may destroy the chlorophyll pigments. So light also does matter. Now end products of photosynthesis, we have seen glucose and oxygen, which is produced. Now glucose, as we have already discussed, which is a sugar which is transported in the form of sucrose and stored in the form of starch. Oxygen, which is diffused out from the plant cell. Okay. Now the next one is significance of photosynthesis. What is the importance of photosynthesis in our life? First of all, as I said, food. The food is produced. The food produced by photosynthesis, produced by plants through photosynthesis. Okay, that actually the entire living organism of this world that depends directly indirectly on that food produced by the plant. There are herbivorous plants who directly depends on the food. There are other omnivorous or carnivorous plants who indirectly depends on the plant food. So if plant fails to produce photosynthesis, it is going to lead to a disastrous result. Next is, if you remember, in the beginning I said H2O splits into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, the oxygen which is diffuses out of the plant, so that oxygen is now in the atmosphere, and we inhale the oxygen for our life, for our survivability of life. We need oxygen. That oxygen came from the plant. Okay, something which is very important for this. Okay, so these are the two most important feature or significance of photosynthesis. Okay, apart from this, the stomata, which opens up for gaseous exchange to take the carbon dioxide, releases oxygen, through which, through the stomata, transpiration also takes place. Okay, so that also has another importance. Transpiration leads to rainfall, to create rain. So plant has all the important function to be played in our life, including photosynthesis. Okay, so I hope this discussion will help you to understand the mechanism of photosynthesis. The first part that I have made for photosynthesis, the second part discussion, I hope it will help you to understand all the concept of photosynthesis. Okay, in my next video I'll be recording on the respiration part. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video.